Hey there folks, Kozzi here, drafting for Pick 1, Pack 1. It's been a little bit of a while, we've done a couple of unusual videos in between, so I'm itching to get into it. And boy oh boy, what a start. I've never had a chance to pick a Silverwing Commander before, but I think I'll definitely picking one today. She is a 5-cost 4/4 with Flyer, which is amazing. Double Warcry means that if she manages to swing in once, you've got astronomical value. Evasion, a body, efficiently costed. The one catch with it is that it is double justice. But justice is a colour I don't mind ending up in, so I'm pretty sure I can make do with that. We have a False Prince, which is good. I think the best card in this pack is the Twin Brood Sauropod. Interesting to note that the person on our right took a rare, so they must have had a pretty impressive one, because Twin Brood is quite good. Yeah, Time and Justice is not one of your classical color combinations, so I won't be getting a lot of love through the multicolored cards, but also Time has the... Oh no, hang on, Combre. Jeez, sorry folks, I need to wake up here. Alrighty, well that removes that concern entirely. Here we have the best card is easily Permafrost. None of the commons have been taken, which is fair enough. Only a few of them are moderately exciting, but we're just going to keep picking the best card in the pack for the time being and seeing where we get led. I feel as though Outland Sniper is a more reliably powerful card than the Hero of the People. Hero of the People has potential amazing upside, especially as already we have a bunch of different skill sets. Bold Adventurer is the meat and potatoes pick of the pack, but I'm curious to see where they put Hero of the People. I have the suspicion it's probably only going to be a C range or something like that, because it has a pretty huge... Yeah, okay, so slap bang on the C range. It just has too many scenarios where it's underwhelming. Atlas Sniper is a straight up A, which I agree with 100%. The fact that it can often kill you a creature and leave a creature behind. For the time being, I think we just want to take the most powerful card and see what opens up for us. There's no point in committing when we just have such powerful cards coming through in all direction. So this is an interesting one. No, not interested at all. But we do have quite a few powerful commons. We have a Stone Scar Magus, which pulls us into the one color that we haven't picked yet. Serpent Trainer Solid, Bright Mace Pally, and Seek Power, which would allow me to splash, which might be tempting considering. Bright Mace Paladin is good though, and that's the trade-off for me, is I think that's a card that I'd be happy to pick, but considering I have such powerful, and both of them are, or all three of these powerful cards are double pips, I think the Seek Power is actually going to be quite good for me. I think I'm going to be happy to look in that direction. Now we have the choice between the Combre card being open and the Cobalt Acolyte. This is a much stronger commitment to this pair of colours, Combre, than the Acolyte would be to potentially anything. I imagine it would probably end up either being Huru or Elysian. But Desert Marshal is very good. So is Cobalt Acolyte. Like, just imagine giving a Twin Brood Sauropod flying. Unfortunately, I've since learned that these packs don't come around, so there's no chance of me hoping to get the False Prince just cycle around the table. It works slightly differently to what I expected. Do I want to stay on colours where I have two powerful creatures, or head towards a colour where I have a premium piece of removal? I think that decides it for me, is I'd rather make sure that the Permafrost is available if possible. Two very late and powerful shadow cards, which is the one colour I haven't really looked into. Treasury card is adequate. Dispel is adequate. I haven't seen Fire outside of the Outland Sniper, so I think we're going to stay clear of that. Let's grab the Dispel. And out of these, I've got a choice between the Eastwind Herald, which is just a solid C, or a Treasury Guard, which is also a solid C, or a District Infantry, which sets up a certain type of build. So whilst I'm getting a little bit nervous at how spread this draft is, I feel as though the power of all of these cards are here. So it's just a case of seeing what I want to actually head into, and that'll probably be determined by two things. If we see an overpowered card in these last couple of picks, that'll be a sign for me of what I want to stay with. Otherwise, whatever rare, or whatever the color is of the most powerful card in the next pack that I open will probably also have a strong tell, because we just haven't committed at all. I'm not a massive fan of the Treasury Guard. Jeez. It's funny how this is tougher than picking the cards that I want. And likely these will all be the last or second last card in my build. I think the direction I'm most likely to be heading in right now is Elysian, so let's pick for it and see what happens. Bold Adventure makes me very happy. That means that time is a little bit open, and again, the Ornamented Daggers are cards that I'm not super stoked to see flash. Okay, I think we made the right swing here. It's a relief. Bold Adventurer is amazing 2-drop. It stops almost all other 2-drops, which is exactly what you want. I've seen people even put Predator's Instinct on it early to get their board advantage. I think the Art Sniper can go on the bench, and yeah, seems like we've been given a bit of love. We also have been given another Permafrost, which I don't think there's any other choices in this scenario, really. Premium removal. That's a sentence that often finishes me in my tracks. I haven't had a chance to go over it in the video series yet, but the concept of bread when constructing a deck and considering your picks applies. The whole idea if you want your bombs, your removal, your evasion, and then everything else. I don't worry about the A and the D, to be honest. I'm feeling underwhelmed if I have to pick an A or a D. But yeah, let's go for the Permafrost. To have a pair of those makes me happy. Ooh. Okay, so if I want to get aggro, I take the Stormlings. If I want inevitability, I take the Pillar of Amar. I think ideally I'd like to have inevitability. It means that I can pick people like the Eastwind Herald and be happy and just get in the way, use efficient removal and efficient creatures, and then take over the game. Yeah, that seems like fun. Oh, Premium Ronin. It's a bit of temptation, but I think the Hatchling is probably the pick here. I don't like Infinite Hourglass. It has a huge upside if you're able to get it down early when you don't really need that power, but geez, it can be a dead draw later on. Oh, I would like a second premium Ernie Ronin for my constructed decks. But no, I'm on video. It's a bit like you guys are being, you know, the angel and the demon on the shoulder. You guys are definitely being my angel, helping me to make sure that I make the correct picks. It looks as though I'm getting a little bit cut on my Elysian colors. Like fire is definitely open in this direction, which I guess makes sense. I didn't pass much fire through at all, but I feel as though I've committed. The blue is great with the Permafrost. Yeah, I've committed. We have a choice between the Teleport and the Violent Gust. Both of these are... one's a hyper-conditional form of removal, the other one's a bounce. I don't love either of them. I think we'll take the Violent Gust. If we get a Levitate, we can start to do some more things. And I'm happy to see another... Wow, 3 Oni Ronins going right through. And wow, massively late Outland Sniper. Now I'm beginning to think if I grab this second Seek Power, I can really seriously think about splashing. Perhaps the Silverwing Commander. Perhaps a piece of removal I find in a different card. So we'll grab the Seek Power. Oh, jeez. Well, I think we're going to be splashing a Morningstar, to be honest. That is a phenomenal card to have gone through that amazingly late. Levitate or Alchemical Blast. Levitate, I think, will be the go. Happy to see a Snowslinger. And none of this is super exciting. But yeah, wow. Fire, it's been a long time since I've seen fire that open. Who Who are you? The Darkened Temple Speaker. It has power and health equal to your maximum power, and your power cards have destiny. That would have been nice if we were playing Combray. It would have been very nice indeed, but we're not. Beastcaller's Amulet is powerful. Ceremonial Mask is powerful. I think Amber Acolyte might be my begrudging pick here. It's another piece of fixing. Feels bad letting that go through. I have the suspicion I'm going to go up against it and be in a bit of pain, but I'll take the Discipline pick. We now have a choice between the Stormlynx, Scorpion Wasp, and Frostkin. I think the Wasp is probably the best form of removal for us, especially as our plans to get to the Pillar of Amar. And now we have a choice between a consistently powerful deck and a consistently powerful card in the Pathfinder, or a contextually very powerful card. Or we've also got a Second Sight, which we have what? We got Ornamental Daggers with Echo, and we also have our Twin Brood. I haven't received Wisdom of the Elders or something like that, which is a bit of a shame. I have a couple of ways of turning on that Friendly Wisp, but I think giving the top unit of my deck Echo, that's just amazing card advantage. As far as my curve, I'm a little short on 2s though. 1, 2, 3. That could be a consideration. It is evasive, but it's not really the kind of creature that's going to be able to block. No, we'll take the Pathfinder. Choice here really between the Horned Valunk and the Tower Top Patrol. We have no 4s whatsoever. I really want to work out just how defensive I want to get here. And I think I'd rather the Tower Top Patrol. Our game plan really is to get to the Pillar of Amar and use it a lot. And now we can grab ourselves another Hatchling or a Horned Valunk. I don't think you can really have too many Hatchlings. They're great cards. They're slightly... Wow. What's going on in this draft? Permafrost that late. It's bizarre. Get rid of the card that is most problematic for us. And Plague is something that I could also splash for. It's an exceptional card. Yeah, I think I'd rather it over. And this will just help us out that little bit more. Okay, very happy to see that Bold Adventure come through. I tell you what, folks, we have seen some powerful rares come through that aren't in our colours, which makes me a little bit sad. I think the Ageless Mentor is the pick for us. Sky Snapper is good in this deck. Northwind Herald, it's unlikely I'll be playing 2 cards in a turn. We're just not that low, but yeah, if we'd gone in Combray, geez, we would have had some pretty impressive bombs. But it just wasn't open for us. We never really saw much justice. Okay, alrighty. We've been rewarded a little bit for being so disciplined and for sitting so tight. The Lightning Strike is good, the Second Sight is good, but this is just a lot of value and a lot of choice. These are the packs where the insane amount of fire is going to be coming through. Could it be argued that I could just pitch into fire right now? The Hatchlings, the Flash Freeze, the Cobalt. I think if I would have gone earlier, I might have had a shot. Instead, I think we'll just take the Twinning Ritual. And I'm relieved to see that I can actually get some card draw here. I was beginning to get quite nervous about that. The Blast is a card we'll plausibly play, but we're already very heavy on 3s. I think we just get rid of a card that I'm scared of. I wonder if we're in the wrong colours for our seat. I don't think so. I really don't. I think we'll take the second Predator's Instinct. How many creatures do we have? I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I feel as though the Predator's Instinct can have a role here. Stone Sky Stranger helps me splash for the Plague. But no, I think I like my removal right. Jeez, that's insane. Such good fire coming through this way. Okay. At least we get fed on the Wisdom of the Elders. The Elysian Strange would be nice, but I really want some card draw when I'm trying to go long. So I wonder if I was in the wrong seat. Like, we did see some amazing fire come through. Oh, not the wrong seat, but built the wrong deck for my seat. Was it that Skycrag was open? No, because time was so open in one direction. I feel as though we were seeing an aching amount of time heading from our right. Although that being said, I didn't see a lot of quality except for in early picks. I might have made a mistake with this draft and forced the wrong colours. It'll be interesting to go over the tape for that. Okay, I think I got everything that I'm interested in splashing here. If we're going up to 7 and we want to push it further, we're probably looking at 18. Power, maybe even 19. I'll wait and see which colour I want to splash. But we'll throw in the fire just for now as a placeholder. So, what does this deck look like? Amazing removal. The ability to splash pretty comfortably. We had the 1 Amber Acolyte, the Seek Powers, which was the Feln Banger, which is looking at purple. Some card draw, some top end. I don't think Morningstar is the direction I want to head. It doesn't look as though I'm hoping to get super aggressive. I think it's more Plague that I want to be heading towards. A way of just keeping what they've got going manageable. Silverwing Commander is a cut because we're not going to be splashing into Justice. And so we're looking at about 8 cuts. I could see an argument for moving one of those spells. Ageless Mentor, we have a reasonable number of creatures that can get beefed by it. Violent Gust seems too conditional. Twinning Ritual works with my glut of Echo creatures. Stormlinks is great. Eastwind Herald isn't super great, but how many 2-drops have we got? We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so I really don't want to be cutting my 2-drops too much. On the Seek Power, it could be that fixing is too good for the Plague. We have 2, 3, 4 sources. But it also does help me. Like, I want to get to triple time. Double time. Yeah, okay. So I think we want to keep that in. Predator's Instinct. It might be that we only need 1 of those. It is a conditional piece of removal. The daggers I don't think are at their best in this deck. It's possible I could want to get on the more aggressive foot. Get rid of the Gruin and the Herald. No, I don't want to get rid of the Herald. I'm too low. Maybe even the patrol. Just go on have an aggressive deck that has the Pillar of Amar as an endgame. But I'd rather lose the Dispel or the Flash Freeze. I think I'd rather lose the Dispel. We already have some pretty good removal. In fact, I could have probably afford to lose both. I'd rather be developing my board than having quasi removal effects. And it really isn't the 3s that I need to look. Plausibly, I could drop the Amber Acolyte. All it does is draw me a Sigil, and I've already got that pretty much covered. And so instead, it's just an undercosted creature. Sorry, overcosted creature, underpowered for its cost. Although all I really want to be doing is getting to my power so I can just cast out these Echo creatures. I've got 16, 17, 18 here. Levitate is fine, it's cheap at cantrips. Herald is fine because I need 2s. Ageless Mentor plays a role. Wasp is great, Law is good. The rest of these are powerful. I think the weakest is the Amber Acolyte. Our curve is looking a little bit clunky. It looks more like a plateau. Goes out and then drops suddenly off. But I think as far as card power, this is probably where we want to be. Now, if we are going aggressive, the other question is perhaps instead of the Plague, I want the Morning Star. I want to be able to quick off something and just keep punching in. I think Plague plays a similar role though. Yeah, it will reduce the power of their creatures to such a point that I can keep attacking in, and I feel as though it has more overall value. Alrighty, that looks like a bit of fun. Well, we're back onto another Elysian deck. It looks as though the meta's definitely shifted since I started drafting and doing these videos a couple of weeks ago, where it only seemed to be Stone Scar that was open, although Fire was achingly open in that video, and I'm regretting a little bit that I didn't jump on the Fire train. Would have been nice, and I would have got myself a shiny Oni. But that's all good. I look forward to seeing how this deck plays out. I've been Kozzi, drafting for Pick 1, Pack 1, and I'll see you guys in just a moment.